Hello everyone. Today I'd like to discuss with you the topic, trust yourself. Dear friends, have you ever wondered why, no matter how hard you push, it still feels like you're running in place? Have you ever questioned if the endless hustle, the constant grind, the sleepless nights are truly the only path to success? And what if the real key to everything you seek, peace, love, power, success, isn't found in the noise, but in the calm between the storms? They told you to hustle harder, to grind longer, to push through, no matter how tired, stressed, or broken you feel. They made you believe that the only way to win in life was through tension, through stress, through a never-ending race to do more. But what if I told you that's exactly why you're stuck? What if I told you that everything you want in this life, the peace you crave, the success you dream of, the love you deserve, the power you imagine, flows naturally to the one who can stay calm, while the whole world is panicking? This isn't just a feel-good slogan. This is a psychological truth, a timeless principle rooted in Stoicism. We live in a world obsessed with the appearance of busyness. People rush, scramble, overwork themselves, believing that the more frantic they look, the closer they are to victory. But deep down, society fears, and secretly respects, the one who moves with quiet confidence. Because true calmness is power. Not the fake calmness you put on to impress others, but the deep, grounded strength that turns chaos into clarity, that stands unwavering while the world burns around it. And here's the twist most people miss: this isn't about sitting back, crossing your arms, and doing nothing. It's about the energy you bring into everything you do. It's about relaxing the inner resistance, that constant tension, that fear of failure, so life can start working with you instead of fighting against you. Here's the truth no one taught you: the universe doesn't respond to your effort. It responds to your energy. And the energy of calmness is magnetic. Most people misunderstand manifestation. They think it's some mystical formula: light a candle, chant affirmations, visualize hard enough, and hope the universe will grant their wishes. But let's leave fantasy behind. Let's talk about reality. Stoicism teaches us one of the most powerful truths ever whispered to those wise enough to hear: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius Marcus wasn't sitting around, dreaming things into existence. He aligned his internal state, his calm, focused, grounded energy, with the flow of life itself. And here's where most modern people go wrong. They chase, they fight, they cling, they obsess. And the harder they chase, the more what they want slips through their fingers. Because desperation is repulsive energy. You can't attract what you're terrified of losing. You've seen it, haven't you? The person who needs love the most can't seem to find it. The one who begs for attention rarely receives it. But the one who's relaxed, fulfilled, and grounded in their own being, they don't chase, they don't beg, and somehow, almost effortlessly, everything they desire starts flowing toward them. They embody the energy of what they seek, and so it comes naturally. Now, let's be very clear, this isn't about passivity or inaction. It's about learning to act from peace, not panic. When you act from a place of inner peace, your decisions are clear, not clouded by fear. You move with purpose, not pressure. You trust yourself. You trust life. You trust the process. The Stoics were not passive. They were warriors. But they were calm warriors, steady, unshakable, still. And stillness, my friend, is not weakness. Stillness is strategy. Think about it, in war, in chess, in nature, who wins? The one who can stay still, observe, calculate, and respond, not react. In life, it's exactly the same. The one who responds with clarity instead of reacting with panic, is the one who always wins. Opening lead to page 2. Now that you understand the hidden power of calmness, the question becomes, how do you cultivate this stillness inside you, even when the world around you feels chaotic? Let's dive deeper into that in the next part. Edited page 2. This is how true manifestation happens. You don't scream your desires into the universe, hoping they echo back. You don't chase your dreams in a frenzy of desperation. Instead, you become so calm, so aligned, so deeply connected to the energy of what you seek, that reality itself, almost without effort, bends to match your frequency. You're not here to chase. You're here to become. But let's be real, how do you stay relaxed when life feels overwhelming? When the bills are piling up? When your heart is broken and your dreams seem further away than ever? When everything around you feels like it's falling apart? It starts with understanding one simple but powerful truth: nothing outside of you can truly disturb you unless you let it in. As the great Stoic Epictetus once said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When you feel tense, anxious, or overwhelmed, it's not because life is inherently hard. It's because your mind is resisting reality. It's fighting the moment, clinging to what it wishes was different. And in that fight, you lose your peace. You lose your clarity. You lose your power. But here's the secret: the moment you surrender, not in defeat, but in acceptance, you reclaim it all. Because in surrender, there is no resistance. And where there's no resistance, there is flow. Relaxation isn't a luxury. It's the gateway to your higher self. When your nervous system is calm, when your breath is steady, when your mind is quiet, that's when life truly begins to flow with you, not against you. That's when new solutions appear effortlessly. That's when creative ideas arise naturally. That's when people are drawn to you without you even trying. That's when confidence feels effortless and manifestation becomes inevitable. Not because you tried harder, but because you aligned deeper. When you are relaxed, you are in the most powerful state possible. You're no longer needy. You're no longer desperate. You're no longer trapped in survival mode. You are simply present. And presence is magnetic. Think about it: who commands a room without even speaking? Who draws trust the moment they walk in? Who calms others just by being there? It's the grounded one, the calm one, The one so self-possessed that they don't need to impress or convince anyone, they simply are. And that is the ultimate manifestation hack. You don't attract what you want. You attract who you are. So if you want peace, be peaceful. If you want love, be love. If you want success, embody the energy of someone who already has it. Don't fake it. Feel it. Don't perform it. Live it. But none of that is possible if your body is tense. If your breath is shallow. If your mind is racing with fear. That's why you must train yourself, not to relax after the chaos, but in the very heart of it. Not when it's convenient. Not when the storm passes. But right in the middle of the storm. Because the person who can stay calm while the world falls apart is the one who will shape it back into order. There is something deeply magnetic, deeply powerful, about a calm human being. They don't beg. They don't force. They don't chase. And yet, everything they want begins to move toward them. Why? Because they trust. They trust themselves. They trust their timing. They trust that life unfolds for them, not against them. And that unwavering, quiet trust, it anchors them while the world loses its mind. You don't manifest through frantic effort. You manifest through inner alignment. And alignment is born from inner peace. You don't need to be louder. You need to be clearer. You don't need to fight harder. You need to stop fighting yourself. You don't need to speed up. You need to slow down just enough to hear the signal beneath all the noise. Relax, and what's meant for you will find its way. Every time you relax your grip, you open your hand to receive. Every time you soften your mind, you become receptive to deeper wisdom. Every time you quiet your fear, you allow life to flow through you. So today, stop trying to manifest from lack. Start embodying from peace. Trust your path. Trust your presence. Trust that by relaxing, you unlock the very reality you've been chasing, not because the world changes, but because you do. So as you move forward from today, remember, your greatest power doesn't come from how much you push. It comes from how deeply you trust yourself. From how calmly you move through the chaos. From how gracefully you let life flow through you, not against you. If today's message spoke to your soul, please consider liking this video, subscribing for more powerful insights, and sharing it with someone who needs this reminder. Stay grounded, stay present, and always remember, the calmer you are inside, the more powerful you become outside. I'll see you in the next journey together.